Happy Monday, everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. Today I want to talk live albums. I pulled my 12 or 14 favorite live releases to listen to, whether it's kind of a smaller box set, whether it's one single album released. It's a whole mix mash of that. So let's get started. First of all, this album I just got, so I'm adding it in just because I want to tell you how freaking amazed I am. I just showed it at an opening yesterday, I think. John Hammond, Bear's Sonic Journals. If you like blues, and if you like a slide guitar, and if you like acoustic blues, and if you like a harmonica, and you like great renditions of blues songs, then you will love this. 3 CDs, and I think there's only like 2 songs that are duplicated on the 2 performances over the 2 nights. The sound is incredible. I just read an interview with John Hammond, who's 82 years old now. He didn't know these tapes existed when Bear's Sonic Journal, the Bear Family Trust or whatever, approached him with this, and he's been blown away by it, so which is pretty cool. But anyway, John Hammond, You're Doing Fine, The Boarding House in San Francisco. I'm putting this on the list at number 14. Number 13, Sting. I like Sting. Bring on the Night. I love that album cover. High Energy. Even the song Bring on the Night, it's just high energy opening to the album. It's just great. Branford Marsalis, Kenny Kirkland. You can't get better than the musicians on here. And Sting just does a great job of all the Police songs, his solo stuff. Great album from Sting. Next, number 12. I was trying to think of what Yes album I would pull. I listen to a live Yes a lot. And I really like Keys to Ascension, but it has some studio tracks on it. Yes Songs is good. I really love this one. Yes, Symphonic Live. It's kind of a misnomer here, that's symphonic. There's hardly any symphonics in it that the odd one, but I don't know why they did that, actually. There's an overture, which is symphonic. But they do Close to the Edge, they do Long Distance Runaround, Starship Trooper, and You and I've Seen All Good People, Owner of a Lonely Heart, and Roundabout. Just a classic listing of songs. And if you haven't heard this Yes album, it's very, very good. Next on my list, the boss, Bruce Springsteen, the greatest live performer I have ever seen. That man just grabs the 20,000 people in his hand for 4 hours and just is an incredibly dynamic performer. It's the most fun concert ever. Bruce is amazing, and I think the best live Bruce Springsteen album is Hammersmith, England, 1975. This is like a soul review, this thing, but he does all the classic songs from Born to Run and stuff from the earlier albums that preceded that. Rosalita, the Detroit medleys on here. I love the No Nukes live thing. It's really high energy, but I just love the playing on this and the songs. Like I said, it seems like a bit of a soul review or something. It's just a great live performance from Bruce. Next, Jerry Garcia, the great Jerry Garcia. He's got so many live stuff out, like with the Dead and with the Garcia band. He got together with this dude named Merle Sanders, who's a great keyboard player, did a lot of soundtrack work, and has a great resume of his own. And they performed a lot together. This is the Keystone Companions, where they played at the Keystone Club in San Francisco, 1973. The complete recordings, Fantasy. Oh man, this is so good. There's some jazz on here, some blues, some classic tunes like High Heel Sneakers. Some reggae, The Harder They Come, the Jimmy, the dude's name? Oh, can't remember. Yeah, My Funny Valentine, Mystery Train. I second that emotion, some Motown stuff. It's just a great set. Next, we'll follow that up with the Grateful Dead. I think the greatest live Grateful Dead thing, and the Europe 72 stuff is just incredible. When they got back from Europe, they were tight as hell and played a show in Veneta, Oregon, on August 27th, 1972. Sunshine Daydream, fantastic stuff. Recorded on one of the hottest days ever recorded on Earth. And you can tell in the background they're talking about fire trucks coming by, spraying the crowd and everything. But wow, this is just, they're just on top of their game. Great album. Next, David Bowie. David Bowie's got a few live albums out, and I don't think there's a bad one. But the one I seem to gravitate to is Glastonbury 2000. I think this is fantastic. Wild as the Wind, the great cover he did of the Nina Simone song. It starts it off, and it's just a great version. China Girls on here, Changes, Stay, Life on Mars, Absolute Beginners, Rebel Rebel, Golden Years, All the Young Dudes, The Man Who Sold the World, Station to Station, Starman, Ziggy Stardust, Heroes, Let's Dance. I mean, it's freaking great performances from Bowie from 2000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 left. Next, one of the great live albums of all time, Little Feat, Waiting for Columbus. This is the box set that came out, 8 CDs, I believe, or 4 CDs. I think it's 8. Anyway, just one of the great live concerts of all time, Waiting for Columbus. The album that they released, the vinyl, 2 years ago or whenever it came out, sounds sweet. It's really a good sounding record. Can't get better than that. Next, Zappa. So much great live Zappa stuff. I could have picked a lot of stuff, but the one that always just I go back to is the Roxy performances. I love this Zappa band with Ruth and Ian Underwood and George Duke and Chester Thompson, and it just goes on and on. The great players, Napoleon Murphy Brock. Zappa at his best. It sounds fantastic. This box set includes the shows, the rehearsals, just all kinds of stuff. It is just a wealth. It's 7 CDs and just fantastic live performances from Frank's greatest band as far as I'm concerned. Okay. We're down to the top 5. Number 5 on my list. It doesn't get better than Billy Strings Live. My favorite live show of all time, Billy Strings last year at Pine Knobs Theater. I'm going to see him again in May. Billy Strings Live Volume 1. I hope there's a Volume 2 coming out because this is so good. It goes from like a 3 or 4 minute bluegrass song to an 18-minute jam. It's just the man's, I think he's the greatest guitar player on earth right now. Billy Strings. Fantastic. It's nice to see a guy playing bluegrass music or considered a bluegrass music and filling 18,000 seat stadiums. This guy's incredible. Number 4, King Crimson. A lot going on with Crimson right now. We're talking about that reimagining of In the Court of the Crimson King. I know my friend Robert Hagerman has done his King Crimson collection. I've got a ton of live Crimson stuff. And my favorite, my go-to, is Live in Mexico City, Meltdown. This is probably from about 2018 or something, maybe like that, somewhere around that. It doesn't say the date on it. I'm going to assume that's right around that time. I love this one because covers all the tracks that I need on a live Crimson album. Epitaph, Lark's Tongue and Aspic Part 1, Indiscipline, Fallen Angel, Islands, Starless, Easy Money, The Letters, 21st Century Schizoid Man, Sailor's Tale, The Court of the Crimson King. Yeah, you can. I mean, it just fantastic stuff. This is like a 3-disc set, and it sounds incredible too. Number 3 on my list, SuperTramp Paris. I freaking love this album. This is my go-to SuperTramp album. I think they're reissuing it, which I'm very excited about. I don't know what, I'm just going to buy it just because I can. Because I'm old and I don't have to answer anything, but I don't have a mom or a dad. They're gone. There we go. Well, I have to answer my wife, but she's okay with it. All right, SuperTramp, Paris. Fantastic. Every great SuperTramp song's on here. they do them fantastic, and just a great frickin' record. Okay, number 2 and number 1. Number 2, Steve Hackett live. Man, I love this guy. He's got so many great live albums doing the Genesis stuff and his own stuff, and I think this is my favorite, the one I play the most. Steve Hackett, Genesis Revisited Live, Seconds Out and More. I don't know if you can see the track listing if I hold it up. I mean, Fifth of Firth is on here, and Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, and The Music Box, Supper's Ready, Dance on a Volcano, Every Day, Shadows of the Hierophant, one of my favorites. The Carpet Crawlers is great off of Lamb. Afterglow is a beautiful song off of Foxtrot, I think. Or is it off of Selling? But anyway, great stuff. Love this. Number 1, I've mentioned this to you. Widespread Panic is now like one of my all-time favorite bands. I said they were number 2. I don't know if I'm lying there or not. I mean, to me, it's Grateful Dead, King Crimson, and yes. Where do I fit Widespread Panic? I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I'm digging this band so much. In this live album, since I got this, Light Fuse, Get Away. Now, this is a compilation of live performances. So it's not one live show, but man, it's so freaking good. It is absolutely my favorite live album. I've been picking up some of their live albums that are specific to shows. Montreal, Valdosta, Georgia, Myrtle Beach, Florida, or Myrtle Beach, the Carolinas. There's a few more on my radar, but this is fantastic. It sounds great. The playing's great. Michael Hauser was just a freaking awesome guitar player. Too bad he passed away. And yeah, that's number 1 for me. I cannot stop playing it. I've been playing it now for like 2 months straight. It just keeps getting better. And it's one of those albums where you're sitting there and you go, I don't know what to play. You're looking through your thing. I can't figure it out. I could just pick this up and put it on and go, oh, that's perfect. It's just one of those. It's great. Check this out. That's it, man. Great live albums. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorites are. Take care.